Hey guys, Infidel 1258 here. Today, we're going to do some frequently asked questions, which is a segment we do on the channel where we get into the comments that are left by you guys. And we do this roughly once a week. And we just go wherever you guys want. And I love it because it gives me an opportunity to dive into some of the content that you guys are asking for, but also it helps me catch up on my comments because I try to to take the comment section very seriously and engage with you guys. This is one of those ways. If that sounds interesting, stick around, stay tuned, like and subscribe. Before we go any further, my name is Dwayne Cunningham and I go by Infidel 1258. And I cover Splinterlands all day, every day, because it's changed my life, and I think it could change yours. If that sounds interesting, make sure you stick around. So Prita Christie says, hello, can you give me some advice? Because I have a big dilemma right now. Buy Chaos Legion packs, will be around 175 packs, or individual cards to build bronze max out decks for all splinters. With those, I can complete in silver 1 without problems. Budget's around 700 bucks. I think I can push to gold 3 with this budget. Of course, we talk about $4 per pack without vouchers. The only thing that's keeping me not to buy individual cards is the airdrop chance for the new cards, and I don't know if it's worth it. Thank you in advance for your attention. Okay. So the question really is the airdrop possibility from the packs Prita could afford going to be meaningful? And that's really hard to answer, but we can jump over to Splinter Talk and go over in here to Splinterlands, and we can click on the most recent Chaos Legion General Sale post, on which they talk about the airdrop reward opportunities for these two. This is Uriel the Purifier, and this is Bakjira. They're both two new legendary monsters that will be airdropped out to all Chaos Legion pre-sale purchasers. If you bought one pack of Chaos Legion, you will have an opportunity to get both of them. Both. And the math works like this. It says both cards will be legendary rarity, and each pack will have a 0.33% chance to receive both cards. That means that on average, out of 300 packs, you will receive one of each of them. Additionally, each pack has a 0.33% chance of receiving each card. So it's possible, however unlikely, that a single pack could receive both cards. That sentence is very important. You don't have to have bought 300. Every single pack is a lottery ticket that can get you one Bakjira and one Uriel the Purified and one of every additional airdrop. So when we go back to the question and we see that they were curious about spending $700 or buying 175 Chaos Legion packs, you can say 175 times 0.33. No, that's not right. That's not right. How do you do that? So 0.33% chance per pack. They said 300 packs is on average likely to get one. The easiest way I can think about that is you're getting about 175 lottery tickets per each airdrop. And so if you double your number of packs to reflect the number of lottery tickets for these two airdrops, then you're getting 350 lottery tickets at these airdrops. And that would equate to, based on the math, roughly you're going to get one of those two. Not both, one of them too. But mathematically, it's possible you get, 5 copies of each. It's possible. It's just not very likely. And so I think that's going to be your story for every airdrop. It's going to be every airdrop. You're going to be, with 175 packs, I think there are going to be a couple airdrops out of the 14 airdrops. There are going to be some that you're going to get for sure. We don't know this yet, but some of these airdrops will be epic and some of them will be rare and maybe common. I doubt common, but epic and rare, I think. And some of them will have lower or increased probability of dropping per packs. So some will be like, if you had 50 packs, you're going to have a guarantee, or 100 packs. And those ones you're going to get for sure. I believe that'll be a fraction of them. Like it'll probably be 4 of them that have the better odds, because usually most airdrops are legendary. Like 6 of these are going to be legendary summoners. So we know that one of these is Uriel, one of these is Bakjira, and then we only have 11 more. And of the 11 more, 6 of those are going to be legendary summoners. We know that because Splinterlands agreed to make 1 legendary summoner per top buyer in the pre-sale phase. There were 6 accounts that bought the most number of Chaos Legion pre-sale packs, and each account is allowed to design their own summoner, legendary summoner. So legendary, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all the way up to 9. We know for a fact they're all legendary, 1 through 9, because Blight is legendary. So 1 through 9 are, I don't know if it's going to be in that order, legendary. I don't know if it's going to be Bakjira, Uriel, summoner. I don't know, but I'm saying at least 9, at least 8 of the remaining 13 monsters are legendary, which probably means the drop rate is around 0.33%. Not a promise, but around that which we've seen in this post, 0.33%. It might be the case that one of the future cards has a different drop rate for whatever reason. And I think it has to do with when it's released and so on and so forth. But you can take this as generally accurate. And based on the general accuracy, you could speculate you're probably going to get like 1 or none of these cards. 1 or none of each legendary. And then when it comes to the epics, you might get 2 of them. And so I think it's probably fair to say these cards will come out and they'll probably sell for $20, $30, $40 each. So you can begin to think about it that way. If you're going to get, if there are 9 legendary cards, say there's 10 legendary cards out of the 14 airdrops, and you're going to get 1 of every 2, you can expect 5 free legendary monsters, roughly speaking. If they are each valued at $50, you're talking about 50 times 5, $250 worth of free airdrop cards that you are going to get because of those packs. That's just the legendaries. And then there's still 3 or 4 more cards left over in the airdrop process, right? We were just talking legendaries. We're talking, what about the epics? Those epics, you're probably going to get 2 of them per drop. So if the last 4 were epic, I would say you're probably going to, you can count on maybe 1 or 2 per drop. So then we're talking, those will probably sell for $10-ish, you know? And the prices are going to go like this, up and down, up and down. It's going to be a roller coaster. But if you just put a number to it, like $50 per legendary and $10 per epic, that's at least something to begin mulling over and working in your mind and thinking it through. And let's say you got one of every other legendary, like I said, that's $250. And let's say you got 2 of every other epics, and that's $10 each. It's 20, 40, 60, 80. So you're talking $250 from your legendaries plus another 80. You're talking roughly $330 of value from the airdropped cards that you're likely to get, assuming you're buying your 175 packs now during phase 2. All of this is contingent on you buying them now during phase 2, because phase 2 is the last opportunity to access these two legendary cards. These are being given away to people who bought cards during phase 2. It says that somewhere here. We are currently still in phase 2 of the sale, which requires vouchers. Yep. And it will end on January 12th. Okay, when the second phase ends, the first 2 airdrop cards will be released into the Chaos Legion. So there you go. These 2 are going to be after January 12th, after phase 2 ends. So if you're interested in maximizing your potential reward, the key is you need to buy these now. You need to buy the Chaos Legion packs now, but then you do need to buy vouchers. And so if you only had $750, you have to go over to Hive Engine and look at what the voucher price is going for. Come over here to tokens, Hive Engine, vouchers. Vouchers are selling for $2.80. Call it $3 a unit. So if you've got $700, I think you said 700, divided by 4 is 175, but $700 budget divided by 7, because you want to pay $3 per voucher plus $4 per pack, is actually only 100 packs. That changes the math dramatically, and it at least lowers my projected figures for you by 30%, at least. Right? Because you've lost almost probably 40% of the packs that we were talking about. And so I think then you're more likely to get one of every 3 legendary monsters, not one of every 2. And fewer of the epics also. So I'm going to say if you had to buy them now, that's going to give you that opportunity to get Uriel and Bakjira, which is going to improve your math around getting more airdrops, but it's also going to reduce your math around getting airdrops because you have to buy these vouchers. That's the give and take. I'm going to say for you, I'd wait till January 12. Why? Because you're going to sacrifice these 2 monsters. You will no longer have access to them from the airdrop perspective, which sucks. But you're no longer going to have to buy $3 vouchers either. And so you can almost double your Chaos Legion packs by forfeiting these 2. That then has to be, you want to take into consideration also, how quickly is the sale going to sell out? Because I think it's going to sell out. It's going to be 2 days, 2 weeks, 2 months. I don't know. I'm inclined to say 2 to 3 months for the entire general sale to finish. That's a guess. But if they sell 1 million packs every week, and then maybe 1 million on the first day because of exuberance and excitement, then it's possible you would lose even another airdrop card. So if you choose to wait till January 12th, act quickly. When January 17th is when they open general sale, make sure you're there with your money ready to go. Don't fool around. Okay? That's my full answer on that. I would be inclined with your situation to wait and buy packs on general sale. And that is, I haven't really commented on buying cards. That's an amazing thing to do also. But I would say packs with their airdrop potential can be financially life-changing. Look at the untamed airdrops. You know, Kron, Llama, the fire legendaries. Oh my goodness, why am I forgetting him? All this legendary summoners. Legendary. You guys know. I don't need to tell you, but I'm gonna. Now it's bothering me, so I'm gonna quickly check. Right there, airdrop, 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 airdrop. Right there, those 5 right there. Financially life-changing. And I got several copies of each of them. And you could too, because there's going to be equal. It's not going to be these guys, of course, but there will be new legendary summoners that you actually will get an opportunity at. So I would say that's worth a degree of risk. That's how I feel about it. But it would be very prudent. So that's my advice. But it would be, if you said to me, okay, I've listened to what you said, and I decide to just go with the buying cards off the market, and we had another talk in like 2 months or 2 weeks even, I'd say to you, yeah, I get it. That's totally reasonable and prudent. But personally, I would go packs for the reasons I outlined here. Okay, let's get another question. Thanks for the amazing, this is a great question. And guys, leave your in-game name and I will do my best to send out a little reward, a little thank you for especially these comments that are really helping drive new, long form content like this. Because your question isn't just for you. Tons of people are wondering the same thing and they want to hear this. So I love it that you drop these comments that let me think out loud in a way that will hopefully help the maximum number of people. Thank you very much, Prita. Lars says, the comment about later watching viewers could be mine. I wonder what I just got into Splinterlands since December, and your content is helping me so much in terms of buying the right stuff. And even with my mindset about this game, I live in Germany, so I usually can't watch your live streams. Oh, yeah. So we were talking in this one about how some people only get to watch the videos after the fact. When I go live, they can't be there. And they would love a way if I could, draw on them to provide some sort of like thank you to them. They can't be there, but they're watching my content. I get it. And I'm going to do that. I'm going to do a random comment selection. Maybe we'll do one at the end of this video. We'll go and we'll do a random comments selection and we'll send out a reward to somebody on this video, the Boxing Day live video. And I'm going to send a little thank you to Hellraiser right now. Go over here. Transfer. Go 5 SPS. Player. Transfer out. Thank you for supporting the channel. Thank you for watching. Thank you for commenting. All of that helps YouTube understand that this is meaningful to people. And hopefully that can help this channel grow further and, you know, and bigger. And then ultimately that can unlock. My hope is that that'll unlock this as a full-time thing for me. I really think 2022 is going to be the year of Splinterlands. And I'm hopeful that I can be on that ride in a major way. Helping you guys better understand the game, but also personally benefiting from this exciting opportunity. Because I don't think Splinterlands is done growing, not by a long shot. I'm very confident. Did I just stake that all? No, I'm good. I'm very confident in this thing, man. We got 1,700, and we're good. Okay. You know what? Let's go over and do it right now while I'm thinking about it. So we'll go over here. Let's see. Amount of unique comments. There's 8 unique comments. Somebody's going to get a reward out of this right now. I'm going to send out, because this is the first one, and I want you guys to be excited about doing this in the future. I'm going to send out 50 SPS. Start raffle and pick. I'm not going to do 50 every time. That's a lot of SPS. So you got it. RK3. Hey, I bought 2 Google Play cards for the accounts to code. The code didn't work and trying to get friends in for Christmas. Anyone know how to fix them? What? That can't be from my video. Of course there's going to be technical difficulties while I'm trying to figure this out. Yep, that's not the link. Look. Okay. Yeah, that wasn't it, but let's watch this. We'll go. We're still gonna do it. Let's go. Name, wheel of names. This is the, I'll just have to edit this later. Jack 3, Terry Sims, Jack 3, Terry Sims, RK3. No, you really were there. What are you talking about right now in this? That's the comment. I know. What? This has nothing to do with my video, so I'm not sending 50 SBS to RK3. But I'm glad to see that worked. Let's go again. Pick another winner. Okay. I'm looking forward to getting my 11-year-old into Splinterlands. Have you had any luck getting your kids to play? There we go. Brand talk. Okay, great question, first of all. And second of all, thank you for a Splinterlands related question. Brand talk. My dude. I'll answer your question, but I'm going to send the SPS before I forget. 50 SPS. This is my thank you. This is my Merry Christmas to you. And thank you for leaving your in-game name also. So, I set up my little brother with an account. He doesn't love it. I set up my nephew with an account. He plays it sometimes. He seems pretty ambivalent toward it. The problem with blockchain is like, you either get it or you don't. You're either excited about what it's offering to the future of finance, or you don't. You're not. And there's only like 4% of the people in the world that own any crypto. And let that sink in, guys. That means that you right now are early. Splinterlands has blown up a lot. It's not at all as big as it will be. Bitcoin has blown up a lot. It's not even close to as big as it will be. Gold is a $10 trillion, I think, market cap. Bitcoin was like, what, 1.5? Absolutely, Bitcoin could 10x still over the next, like, say, I don't know, 50 years, 20 years, 4 years. I don't know. I'm not sure the timeline, but I don't put caps on this marketplace, because I absolutely believe that this is still small potatoes from where it would be and can be. And people, some people look at it and they think, whatever, it's a fad, like 3D movies or, you know, virtual reality. But, you know, even those technologies, which I personally was like, I don't think so, have gotten cooler and cooler and cooler. And the same will be true for this. And we're going to see it get better and better and cleaner and easier and easier. Onboarding will become more and more user-friendly. And more people will tell more and more friends. And it will continue to grow. And so I haven't had a lot of success with my closest friends and those people I love. But I keep telling people when I have the opportunity about this amazing blockchain-based video game. And, you know, some people will listen and most won't. And that's why certain early adopters like yourself and myself are positioned uniquely to massively benefit. And that's why I say this game has changed my life, and I think it can change yours, because I actually believe that the best is yet to come, and those opportunities are in front of you like they were in front of me, and they're in front of me right now too. So I'm, you know, I might be I'll probably have $250,000 worth of assets for this game. I think that could be $2 million one day. I think this game will retire me. I think it's absolutely happening. But not everybody sees it, and that's okay. When they all see it, when everyone you know owns Bitcoin, when everyone you know plays Splinterlands, the game has reached its peak, and there isn't that next leg up really. And so that sort of uncertainty is what I call opportunity. And there will be volatility, but like I did in that video recently, I was talking about how volatility is itself opportunity. When things are stable, there's no more opportunity for radical growth. So I actually like that this game isn't yet massively adopted, and that people aren't, you know, tripping over themselves to get in, because it implies to me that they don't yet know what they're dealing with. Hope that was a satisfying answer to your question, and thank you for dropping that question. And to my friend, I think it was like Black Feather on Discord, thank you for giving me the idea to do this, where I'm going to semi-regularly on the live videos. I'll come back and we'll look at the comments, and I will do all videos. You don't know what it's going to be. Today was 50 SPS. That's a pretty good amount of SPS. Maybe next time it'll be something different, smaller cards. I don't know, but I'm going to try and incentivize you guys, because you guys are helping me with your comments. Let's get into another one. Okay. Can't wait for the next live stream. Yeah, man. Jim's going to be helping me out with the live streams. We're going to be doing like a tandem thing. He has offered his time to come hang out. He's always supported the channel, first of all. And he's one of my first donators, my members. If you're not a member of the channel and you want to be, there's certain benefits. You can get private interviews with me. We'll sit down for an hour. If you're at the champion level, at the diamond level, I'll do once a month as a group of all my diamonds. I don't have any diamond members yet. So if you were to sign up at diamond, you're going to get that 1 hour time with me on an almost exclusive basis. We would introduce my man, Saucy J, also, who's at the champion level. But that would just be the two of you guys, and we could talk about whatever you want. But yeah, Jim's been a real supporter. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate you. And he's going to come on. He's going to pop on with me with the next live and help me control the flow of conversation with the comments and make sure we're getting into what you guys are asking about. Oh man, Jack, I love this comment, and I just wish I remembered what you're talking about. He says, damn, I just love the hammer metaphor. Painful true. What were we talking about? Was I talking about... Oh man, I don't know, but I know I'm gonna like go back and watch my own video, because I really am curious. I appreciate it. And Jack, you're the I think you're, no, you're not. RK3 was the one who left the peculiar comment that left me thinking. Thank you for your support, Jack. Alex Sally says, that's awesome. I can relate. I've been sober since 2011. Wish it was before that. Me too, dude. Oof. I did it in my last live. I talked briefly about my battle with alcohol, and I've been sober for I think almost 8 years. I think September was 8 years. And by the grace of God, because I couldn't stop. I kept trying and trying and trying. I just wasn't able to. But ever since I met Jesus in like March 2013, and then in September of 2013, I quit. And it was because my wife came to me like brokenhearted about how I was speaking to her and how I was treating her and interacting with her. And God was able to let me see the pain I was causing, because for years I didn't really see that pain. I just ignored it. I was selfish. But then, yeah, ever since, man, I've been sober, and it's been a blessing, both physically and, you know, on my relationship too, and monetarily. Like, I'm not burning money anymore. All that to say, I'm certainly glad I don't drink anymore, but I should also admit that there are times where I still, like, when I'm out on the beach with some friends, or we're out at dinner and the waitress brings them like an icy tall glass. It's been chilled in the refrigerator. I just went up for my little brother's birthday. We went to the keg, and they've got those glasses that they keep in the refrigerator, and they've got the ice on the outsides and the beer. It's so cold, and I can, you know, there's a lot of yearning there for me, because I do have a longing to drink, but it brings me to an ugly place, and so I don't. That's not saying anything about, you know, alcohol itself. I think, you know, my wife drinks, and I know lots of people that drink, but I just am not able to handle it. Thanks for commenting, Alex. Colton Gibbs says, I bought 5 copies of Oceanus at $10 and have been accumulating Demented Sharks every time it drops under 50 cents. I have 90 copies now, and I see Demented Shark being very meta, being worth. I agree. I strongly agree. Colton is talking about just kind of finding the right cards and sitting on them, understanding where you think this is going, and trying to. Wayne Gretzky is you guys know who Wayne Gretzky is. He's the best hockey player of all time. My personal favorite is Mario Lemieux, but Wayne Gretzky had 3 seasons where he scored over 200 points. No one else has ever scored 200 points. Or no, Mario did 199 one time, 199 points. But Wayne Gretzky is one of the best. He's probably the best, if he's not number 2. It's either him or Mario, and Mario's my favorite. But Gretzky famously said, "You go where the puck." One of his best one-liners was that. How he got to be so good is he said, I go where the puck is going, not where it is. And that's what Colton's talking about here when he talks about buying 5 Oceanuses for $10 or 90 copies of Demented Shark. It's like looking at the utility argument for the cards available and the prices listed and saying, this doesn't make sense. Like the price is not commensurate with the value. It is a hidden utility and non-observed functionality and benefit that isn't being priced in properly. And good crypto traders, good stock market traders, amazing investors know how to do this. And it can happen on whether it's real estate, whether it's crypto, whether it's stocks, or whether it's non-fungible token monster cards from Splinterlands. You just need to observe its usefulness, understand the use case and its utility, and compare that to comparables, which you need to self-define and say it's comparable to this card over here, and that card's $5 more. Like, what's going on there? And that allows you to articulate an action plan, which you can then move forward on. And he's doing it. He's buying copies because he sees great utility and low cost, high value. I totally agree, my dude. Good one, Colton. Jay Smith says, thanks for opening up. I've heard you mention it before. Keep it up. I'm sure your wife and girls are proud. Yeah, man, I hope so. But, you know, above all else, like, I say I did it because I began to understand that God loves me enough that he wants better for me. And there's a way of living that is congruent with gratitude and respectfulness. And I wasn't living that. That doesn't mean that alcohol consumption is evil or that it's bad or that it can't be done well. It absolutely can. And even in my sacred text, the Holy Bible, it says people consume wine. It's not a bad thing necessarily. What's bad is drunkenness. And for me, that's what I was. I was a drunk. Like, I just couldn't control. I couldn't have one glass of wine. I couldn't have one beer. I had to keep going farther and farther and farther. And that is the problem. And so it wasn't honoring God. I wasn't honoring my wife. I wasn't honoring my life. I wasn't expressing true gratitude for the opportunity in front of me. I was literally pissing it away. Sorry for the language, but I feel very strong about that, man. And again, no comment on you guys who probably, most of you drink. My wife drinks. the question is, how do you use that tool? Do you use it as a supplement to a fun moment, or is that the foundation of your entertainment? For me, all other fun was underneath consumption of alcohol. It wasn't fun unless I was drinking. It wasn't fun if I couldn't buy a beer there. It wasn't fun if friends weren't also getting drunk. I don't mean drinking, I mean getting drunk. Come on guys, let's drink more, let's drink. So it got messy and bad. So that's where it's like it goes from like being an activity that can be done well into like a very negative one. And that's why I'm now, as one commenter was asking, like, are you super straight edge? I guess I am, but you know, it's not because, you know, drinking, I kind of think of it as quote unquote bad. It's because I am a bad drinker. Does that make sense? It's like, there's a weakness in me that leans towards abuse as opposed to healthy enjoyment. Thanks, Jay. I really appreciate your support, man. Jeff Cullifers says, very good advice, Dwayne. I started investing in Splinterlands in early August of this year, and I only spent about 1K US dollars, but I managed to multiply that by 4.7 by late November. Wow. So August, yeah, so August, September, October, November. So 3-4 months. Alas, much of that is gone. Oof. But I'm still going to grab as many Chaos Legion as possible and see what happens. This thing is so cool, and I can't help but stay in for the long haul. Great attitude, Jeff. The first thing is, it's not really about my US dollar value today, is it? It's about the number of assets you're accumulating. And I bet you have way more power today than you did even a month ago. So the price might have been much bigger 2 months ago or a month ago or whatever the peak was for you. But my question would be, how much more power do you have? Because every 5 power is like a common card, and every card can be 5 cents or $5. Like, it's very easy for these cards to be much more expensive in the future. And it's conceivable that your 4.7 time multiplier is like small change by 4 years from now. You see what I mean? Like, and I think you get this. So I'm speaking to the choir, I'm preaching to the choir here, but you know, for those who are going to read that and think, wow, he lost a lot of money. No, he invested a certain amount he was willing to invest. It multiplied. That multiplication was lost, but he still has the assets, and he's got a view for the long term, which is that they will appreciate even bigger than that 4.7. And in the meantime, he's accumulating more and more of them for free just by investing his time and attention. That's the wild card there, because you just don't know if tomorrow you're going to get a gold foil Oceanus, which is, you know, $100, $200, $400. I don't know how much it is these days, but you know, of the reward cards, it's possible to get. You could get a gold foil Oceanus or Bilka or Harklaw in your daily loot chests. How would that be for a daily reward? That's possible, and it's happening every single day to somebody. Pretty cool. It's pretty cool. And even if it's not that, just these ones, they're being handed out too. Oceanuses, Bilkas, Harklaws. And forget about that. You know, epics, rares, these things are going to be worth a couple dollars, $5, $10, $20 in the future. Maybe not the rares. Some of them will, but definitely I think these epics, like just look at this, $1.20, $4.90, $7, like $8, $14, $30. These are gold foils now. But my point is, you see the prices increase. These are not long-term accurate. These are accurate today because they're currently being dropped on the market in large quantity, but that will end. And when that supply crunch hits us, the prices will spike. It's just supply and demand. Let's try and do 5 more questions. Oh, Armin, you know I want to hit it and see what he's talking about, but I can't. Great knowledge for this game. Thanks. Appreciate you, Mike. I'm a hodler, and I'm used to things going down as soon as I buy in. Murphy's Law does apply. So I just hold and think lower prices as an opportunity and buy in even cheaper. Yep, me too, dude. Accumulate, 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 and wait for the moonshot. But start that conversation like that. You could say that about any crap coin, and then that's going to lead you astray. before you start accumulating, ask yourself, do you think foundationally, fundamentally, that there's utility and fun and opportunity within a game like Splinterlands or within a cryptocurrency like fill in the blank? If the answer is yes, I think it's got utility. I think it's got adoption. I think it's got a great community. I think, you know, it's got huge upside potential. If you think those things about a certain project, then get invested in it, because there's really amazing opportunity. Like we said here earlier, that only like 4 or 5% of the entire world is in crypto. That means a fraction of those that will one day hold these assets, including Splinterlands, haven't even heard about it yet. And that means that there's major opportunity. So yes, taking price dips as an opportunity to buy is smart. But I would add to that conversation by saying, before we buy, we don't just buy because things are small or cheap. We buy them first and foremost because we believe in them, and then because they are low in price, high in value. That's the kind of the fullness of that argument that I'm sure Ray would agree to. I'm sure he's agree. You know, that's what he means to say. That's what he's thinking. He doesn't just throw money at cheap, crappy coins that are super inexpensive. He throws it at assets that he believes in long term. But I just wanted to build out that idea, because some people who maybe are new to Splinterlands think, well, I'll just go in and I'll buy whatever card or whatever thing happens to be the cheapest. There's actually more thinking you can do to it. Like, how would that card add utility to your deck? What is the collection power? Would it be a good tank for you? Is it a better summoner than the one you've got? There's so many more levels of analysis that you can bring to the table to ask the question, is the thing I'm investing in high value, low price? That's what you're looking for. So always exploring what is the value, and is that price appropriate for the value use case? And I think clearly with Splinterlands, and clearly with the monster market, like lately, the price is falling. Actually, they've taken a little 2% bump up, but still, with the prices falling, that means to me that there are opportunities out there where the value is higher than the price, and you can find them just like I can find them, and then change your life, you know, one day and $1 cost average at a time. Okay, let's get a couple more and then I really do got to go. Ben says, I hope you had a great Christmas. I got 2 legendary death cards, bought apple pie for my parents, and watched James Webb Telescope launch live on Christmas Eve. I love it. Apple pie for my parents. First of all, I love that you mentioned your parents. That's great, man. You spending time with family is so important. I love that you're into space. So am I. I don't know who James Webb is, but I am a huge, like, I love looking up at the stars, and to me it's like it just stirs this joy and excitement, exhilaration around life, because it's so, if you try to understand how big space is, it blows your mind. Like, there are 1 trillion stars in the Milky Way, which is our galaxy, and there's 1 trillion galaxies. Like that, those are just rough numbers, but that's what I've heard online. Which is, and then every star has X amount of planets, and and every planet has an opportunity for life, and it just blows my mind. And then to bring to that conversation my viewpoint, which is of the Christian faith, which is that God handcrafted every one of those stars and every one of those, and knows them by name, and every single planet and every single moment. There's such greatness and glory that brings to the name of God, and to me that's really powerful, and it stirs me up. And so I love that you mentioned those 2 things there, brother. Merry Christmas, God bless. Ben went on to say, oh no, same question, just double. Must have had a problem loading the question the first time. John Elizabeth says, Merry Christmas. I totally agree with you what you're saying. I started crypto in August 2017. Did I read this one already? I think I read this one already. Yeah, I read this one already. This was a good comment though. I kind of worried that this is like whenever people mention Jim Ramirez or Jamie Ramirez, and then there's like other people commenting like, yeah, me too. I'm always like, I think this is probably a bot comment just designed to get the Telegram up and then lead people down to a different path. But this comment is meaningful. And so I ended up reading it. I think I commented on it in a different video. Too bad I missed the stream, but in Germany, Christmas Eve is when everybody already gets their presents. So spending amazing time with the whole family. Oh, awesome. I didn't know that. King Arminius is an amazing and talented artist, guys. Love him. He's in TNA also. Time and Attention, the guild. Merry Christmas to you, dude. Appreciate you. Bow Wow says you're a good man. I don't know about that, man. I feel like I'm a broken. I appreciate your support. Let's put it that way. Let's see. Let's get two questions that are kind of got some meat on the bones. One of the things that will most likely up the price. One of the things that will most likely up the price of all the cards will be when they announce the modern format. Yes. And the new CP required for each league. If it drops a bunch, lower people will want to buy cheap power to get a hold of gold instead of stay in silver. That makes sense to me. That's a really insightful comment, Kevin. I agree. So definitely when the modern format and the Wild League diverge, that's going to be a moment where there's going to now be double your opportunity to reward for your time and attention. You can get DC and season rewards in the Wild, and also conversely in the Modern. And that's going to be that doubling of rewards, which is going to drive excitement again. But then in addition to that, your point is true that the new Modern format is supposed to have a different collection power requirement for each league. And I agree. If the collection power is like such that it's a little bit more attainable to get into gold, I could see people pumping, just going out and grabbing trying to buy that next level, to get that next 5,000 collection power, to get up to that next league, to unlock those extra rewards for sure. And then to add to your point, we're going to do DC rewards in Modern and Wild, but then we're doing SPS rewards in Modern and Wild, which will be a quadrupling of the rewards potential for you, right? So that's going to drive more and more conversation, more and more excitement, more and more investment as far as I'm concerned. And I think that will be one step further. That'll drive the value of SPS up, because you'll be having people who are wanting to stake SPS so that they can collect those SPS rewards. So it's like a full growing of the ecosystem, from the cards to the SPS, and then ultimately even the DC, because people will want to hold that DC even more to get the SPS, to stake the SPS, to get the rewards. So it's like one grows and they all grow. See, lad, I bought Oceanus for $55 back in October. You know what, man? It's going to be white noise in 4 years. I feel like Oceanus is never, it's going to go to $200 one day, and $55 is going to be, yeah, you paid $40 too much, because $10 is like a reasonable price. It's not going to be, it's going to be white noise one day. Dave said, solid stream as always. Helps make the time fly at work. Glad you had a good Christmas. I made out pretty decent, plus lots of memories with the friends and family. I really am glad to hear that, Dave. Thanks for always supporting the channel and leaving the comments. Okay, it looks like Terry's got something to say here. And then we'll call it with this one. Terry Sims says 1 SPS per day is nothing, but you could do what I did. Convert SPS every day. Do your battles. Save your DC at 21 cents per SPS. That about 40 DC a day. Do not use the DC until you get enough to get about 5 SPS per day, and don't miss your daily quests, any credits. Buy buy the cheapest cards you can from the card auctions, and once you get to 5 SPS point, convert it to buy cards and start growing your card power. In less than 2 months you will climb out of bronze. That's the smart move. This is like a little formula. I like this, Terry. So it's like from ground up, just really grinding, scratching and clawing to get the DC, to then earn more SPS, to then use the SPS, leverage the SPS to move into a card position, which is going to itself pay you SPS and climb you into higher and higher ranks. Really smart. This is the sort of thinking that you guys need to take on if you take Splinterlands seriously. You need to dive in and say, okay, in 4 years, what can I do today that will move the needle, a little, and tomorrow a little more, and so on, until 4 years down the line, you suddenly, a crypto beluga. I like to say I'm a baby beluga. Let's see where else it is. From there, start staking SPS and convert half from wins to SPS and stake it over the other half of DAC from rewards. Buy cards on them on bids from peak monsters. Yep. If you're lucky, you'll get a gold foil or 2 in rewards. And I got 2 gold foil epics almost to gold now in 3 months. That's how I did it. Wow. Yeah, guys, pay attention. Perry knows what he's talking about. This is similar to what I did 3 years ago. And here I am, $100,000 worth of cards, $70,000 worth of land. Is that right? What's land at these days? Plots are worth 700. I have 100 plots. I have $170,000 worth of assets in this video game. Guys, take your time and attention seriously. Seek these opportunities to maximize the rewards. Think it through. Understand that there are different opportunities and lanes you can run down. And like Terry's saying, explore ways to maximize that return by leveraging what little you have into more. Because that's a thing. You're going to get daily rewards. They seem trivial, but what if you leverage them into assets that will, you know, provide even more rewards, like new cards that are going to allow you to climb into higher reward structures, getting more daily rewards, getting more DEC, getting more SPS from your daily airdrops. You know, it's and what if you monster flip sometimes successfully and you put together a few $100s that came together just from your thoughtful efforts around trading cards. I love it. Appreciate it, Terry. And guys, appreciate all of you. Thank you for your time and attention. Thank you for supporting the channel. Thank you for watching these videos. I hope you're having an amazing day. God bless.